Hey there, how's it going? It's been a while since I've done a Monkeys with Guns devlog. I kinda burned out a little bit at the end of last year and didn't really have any upcoming events that I needed to worry about, so I took some time off, did some game jams. I'm still currently actually doing some game jams. Overall, it was a nice break, but I think it's time to get back into it. Real fast, I do want to say I am testing out a new recording setup, so hopefully it sounds alright. Alright, so let's jump into what I actually got done this week. It's been a while since I've worked on the game, so I didn't jump straight into like, ooh, I need to start making AI and all of that, which, yes, is still in my plan, but I figured I should address some issues that happened with the beta that was released in November, and also make some things that are easier for myself while developing. So the first thing I actually did was set myself up a new testing layout. The way I have this set up is at the start of the game, during the load, it actually loads in 3 arrays that are pretty much crucial for the way the game plays. While testing, I had to go in through the load screen, through the start screen, through the player select screen, and then get to a level. And that was just taking me too long. So now I have a layout that I can load that will automatically populate the array the way I need them once they've loaded in, and then push me directly into a test layout where the blocks I can move around really easily. It has no background, so I can really just get in and test stuff out. And so far, it's been a dream to use as long as I remember to actually click and load in from the proper layout. So with that set up, the next thing I had to tackle was fixing the most damage badge. For some reason, once I fixed the black screen issue that was happening in the beta after I originally put it out, all of a sudden the most damage badge disappeared. And it really turned out to be a timing issue, so it took me a little longer to find than I would have liked, but I think I found it and it's all working now. What was happening is I have the monkey object actually spawn the most damage badge and then set it relative to its position, because depending on the number of players you have, there's a different layout, so I can't have a set space that it spawns every time. So what was happening was basically, it was trying to call and spawn in the most damage badge before the monkey itself had spawned in. So the object that is supposed to spawn in the most damage badge wasn't created at the time of trying to create the most damage badge. Very simple, it was just a timing issue. I literally had to change a wait 1 second to wait 2 seconds, and everything worked. So, simple fix, but it took way too long to find. Next little update that I made was to the falling. Previously, if the monkeys are falling and they landed on a box that was also falling from a parachute, there was a chance that you would get locked into the falling animation and it wouldn't actually register that you were standing on the ground. So you'd kind of be stuck in this falling animation on top of the box, even though you were basically colliding with it. So I went in and just made a little flag for that. It now checks slightly under itself to see if it's on the box and then sets itself to standing. So that fixed that issue. It's always nice when it's a quick fix like that. So hopefully it didn't break anything. I haven't seen it yet though. And the last thing I added was this poof of smoke that happens when you leave the screen from one side and come back in on the other. I've had people say that they've had a hard time keeping track of where their player is, so this is one solution I have that I want to test out and see if it actually works. It's basically just a small poof of smoke that shows up in your monkey's color when you leave the screen and also when you enter the screen from the other side. So it should hopefully make it a little easier for players to keep track of where they are. The poof itself, I think, came out alright. I'm not sure if it's exactly what I'm going to stick with until the end. I think it still needs some refinement. But for the basics of it, I just followed along with a tutorial on a YouTube channel called Citric. She's making a really cool game with really awesome art, and she also has some really good tutorials for doing art and development as well. Definitely go check that out. The poof of smoke tutorial was actually really helpful. So that's everything I got done on the game. I guess one last thing I have to talk about is this whole devlog series was actually started because Monkeys with Guns was originally going to be shown at Ambitious Ales a while back. That's what this whole devlog series was started for, was getting the game ready for that. And I found out a little while ago from my buddy Max that we're going to be doing it again. So Monkeys with Guns should be there again. We should be doing our Ambitious Indies game night, which last time was a total blast. It was so much fun, and I'm super excited to do it again. I don't have a lot of other information other than that, but I have a new deadline to start working towards, so I'm excited for that, and I can't wait to bring you guys along with me for the journey. Alright, so I think that's everything for the week. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing put together. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below or message me on Twitter. You can get the beta version of Monkeys with Guns or play any of my other games at vimlark.itch.io, and I will talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Later.